This was in front of my crew. They saw everything and probably didn't understand much of it since none of them knew much English, but body language and tone of voice were both off the meter. I said, "Fine, whatever." I surrendered quickly and picked up the crumbled envelope and put it in my pocket. I wanted to save face for all of us, not just me. Mostly I was shocked and a little scared. We released our crew and they left, and I and the other supervisor joined the boss in the van as we drove around our client's property. We spent another hour driving around listening to the boss critique our landscaping work, and then the boss released us. I said nothing further. The next day I showed up to work and I parked the boss's truck with one of its tires on one of my old copies of the New Testament, open to the boss's favorite book, of course, Hebrews. Then I took the truck keys off the keychain and dropped them on the ground at my boss's feet and announced, "I'm not going to pick up that piece of trash. I quit." And I walked off. I left him with a whole day of my work for him to do instead of him being able to do his work. I'm sure he wasn't really angry at me, but rather someone else he may have had a fight with before that day. Who knows? Maybe him. His religion was certainly central to the problem, though. It goes to show that religion can drive apart the best of friends, and for what? We had been friends, but I knew that inside him was a rabid soldier for Christianity. It bothered him quietly that I refused religion so happily and successfully. Many religious people seem to be jealous that we're free from something that they are not. I certainly wished I could be free when I was a Christian. The problem in Catholic school was that that kind of freedom was never mentioned to us. We had no idea what freedom from religion was, or even what an atheist is. The next day I applied for a job at American Atheists Incorporated and was hired immediately. It gave me a thrill to find people who appreciated my situation and were proud to have yet another ex-Christian in that activist position. I went on to work for American Atheists for a total of 8 years, almost to the day. It's the best kind of activism experience a person can get inside our movement. I am very grateful. I always wanted to write a book, but I never had enough drive to work so hard on any of the topics I've written about, and I've written about a lot of topics in my time. So what better a subject than something that shaped my thinking as an adult, in what I would call a negative way? I know there are millions of other children out there who are mired in religion and don't want to be. I was one of those children for 9 straight years. Not only do I know this material like the back of my hand, there is a great purpose in putting out this information, and that is to help other people escape from the same situation. I don't want unwilling congregants to merely cope with their religious bondage. I want them free from it forever. If you're an unwilling participant in religion, I say fight back. Many others have already, and that was for your right to be free from religion, not just theirs. Let all unjust entities be exposed as such and rooted out of society for the harmful weeds that they are. Let every religion be exposed as the fraud that it is, and let every clergyman arrive at the final mark of justice they so sorely deserve. Let's be free from religion for good. This book is my explanation of why I fight religion. I am strongly anti-theism, and that means that I fight theism. Theists I can generally do without, but I know we have to get along in this world. So I try like heck to do just that. I also understand that the majority of theists are fine, helpful, friendly, and loving people. It is a tiny but wealthy and vocal minority that has ruined religion for everyone. I will discuss some of them in this book, but the main culprit and the main reason why I abandoned and escaped religion is the religion of Christianity and the Christians who forced it on me. Actions speak louder than words, and their words were pretty dangerous too. My need for liberation at the time was so great that my purpose in life, you may say, is now to help people escape religion like I did. Of course, I wish I could have left religion a lot earlier than I did. I had to wait until I graduated from Catholic school before I could be allowed to not go to church. Even after I did that graduating and entered public high school, my father still tried to get me to go to church. After a few months of humoring him, I simply told him no. We've got to tell Christians what we feel in no uncertain terms. Sometimes they want to misunderstand us. Clarity is one thing that religion must detest, and many Christians seem to play that out, like a religion. If you do nothing else as a result of reading this book, please consider leaving your fellow human alone on the issue of religion. Your respect is what people need, whether you're religious or not. Religion is just one more giant, powerful reason to disrespect people.